This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Shanta. Shanta is an entertainer, but she also loves to be entertained, which is why she has Flow TV brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It's great for busy Shanta because she can control the time she watches her favorite shows, play back from the start in case she missed it, or even record with cloud video recording. And with her Flow services bundle, enjoys much more for much less. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today evening news update for Wednesday, April 13th. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. Our top story, former Chefette employee Orlando Harris has won his case against the fast food company. The Employment Rights Tribunal today ruled that Harris was unfairly dismissed on January 27, 2014, after serving as assistant manager since 2000. In its defense, Chefette said Harris was terminated in accordance with Clause 11 of its Conditions and Terms of Employment of 2010-2013. The company said he failed to follow the cash handling procedures for the day-to-day running of the restaurant. But the three-member panel of commissioners disagreed and ordered a payment of just over $106,000 in damages. Chairperson Kathy Ann Hamblin says the compensation package includes 27 months retroactive pay and vacation money to be settled within 28 days. She also outlined the procedure for reaching the conclusion.
We were referred to several cases and other authorities by counsel for the respondent, and in reaching its decision, the tribunal also considered several cases. The real issue before the tribunal was whether the respondent's dismissal of the claimant was fair in all the circumstances. The decision will take you through the law and the reasoning for our decision, but the unanimous decision of the tribunal is that on January 27, 2014, when the respondent dismissed the claimant retroactive to January 13, 2014, it did so unfairly. We hold that the claimant was unfairly dismissed. His claim is well-founded. His claim succeeds. We do not think that the respondent followed the procedures in the Act. There were so many procedural defects, and those defects were so fundamental that we could not come to any other decision.
A St. Philip man has been jailed for 2 years for the theft of agricultural produce. 42-year-old Hayden Ricardo Brathwaite of Church Village appeared in the District C Magistrates Court today. He was the third man to face the law courts this week on those charges. He was accused of stealing 50 rods of sweet potatoes on March 26 belonging to Amarg Farms. Yesterday, 52-year-old Grantley DaCosta MacDonald Thorpe of Valley Land St. George was remanded to prison after he pleaded guilty to stealing 105 pounds of sweet potatoes. His plea came just a day after 41-year-old Ian Emerson Bennett of Cliff St. John was slapped with an 18-month jail term on 5 counts of theft of the crop. In other police news, the lawmen are searching for a male suspect following the seizure of more than 200 cannabis plants in the Belle Plaine housing area. They discovered the plants when officers from the Belle Plaine station executed a warrant at a residence. A search of the property discovered 222 plants under cultivation, ranging from 4 inches to 6 feet tall. The latest assessment of the Skills for the Future program has identified some areas for improvement. The $20 million program started in 2012 and is being funded by government through an investment loan from the Inter-American Development Bank. The program was due to be completed this year, but the lead specialist at the IDB's Education Division, Sabine Oborg, says she is now working with the Ministry of Education to extend it for another 2 years.
I want to take the opportunity too to say that we have started discussion with the Ministry of Education to focus more on component 2, also to improve the relevance and quality of secondary education, because through the visits and the reports we get from both the Agana component and partnerships too, is that literacy and numeracy remains an area of concern and that needs strengthening. So we will work with the Ministry of Education to look more closely at what is required starting at early childhood and primary education to strengthen these areas, to make sure that graduates coming out of secondary schools are well prepared and better prepared to enter the world of work and to participate then in training initiatives as provided by the CBTF fund.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The 50th anniversary of Independent Secretariat and the National Cultural Foundation proudly present the theatrical production From Bossa to Barrow and Beyond.
We are not slaves.
Saturday, April 16th at 6:30 p.m. at the historic Golden Grove Plantation. Come, be a witness to history.
Aye, Nanny Greg.
Enter the ritual. Feel the power.
This country will be independent. And if I have to wake up all the sleeping angels in heaven, so be it.
From Bossa to Barrow and Beyond. April 16th. Tickets $50 adults, $10 youth and children. Available at all NCF outlets and at ticketpal.com.
In news from the region, the Board of Directors of LIAT has announced it has accepted the resignation of the CEO, David Evans, effective today. The Director of Finance and ICT, Julie Reefer-Jones, has been appointed to act as the CEO. Evans spent just under 2 years at the helm of the cash-strapped carrier. In Trinidad, President of the Public Service Association, Watson Duke, is demanding the government remove the increase in the price of gas. He also wants the Minister of Finance to make a lump sum payment of all retroactive pay to public officers. And Duke is threatening to revolt if he doesn't get his way. We get more in this report from TV6 News in Port of Spain.
With regards to public servants' back pay, Duke also claims that the finance minister disrespected workers when he took a decision without consulting the trade unions.
You will collect half of your back pay by June. You will collect the next half either by September in bonds with interest, or you will get the rest of the cash next year in 2 tranches. Who the hell agreed to that column? Imbert.
Asked whether he will be interested in future discussions with the government, Duke said,
I will not be a part of any tripartite agreement with these jokers. They are pure jokers. They are incentivizing their friends. But the trade union movement, how are they incentivizing them? How are they incentivizing the trade union movement when they keep mashing up the people we represent?
In order to deal with the falling oil prices, he suggested that businesses be heavily taxed.
There is something called a Robin Hood tax. Right? It's a trade union description of a tax whereby you charge persons every time they move money from one place to the next. This is how you are able to exact payment from the rich and famous.
Duke said trade unions will revolt if the government continues to ignore their requests.
On the international scene, Brazil's President Dilma Rousseff suffers yet another blow to her leadership as 2 former coalition partners announce plans to vote for her impeachment. Rousseff is accused of manipulating government accounts. The Progressive Party, which left the coalition yesterday, says most of its 47 MPs would vote in favor of the impeachment. The Republican Party, meanwhile, also said that its 22 members have been advised to vote for the impeachment. Rousseff has accused her opponents of plotting a coup against her. The vote is scheduled for the lower house on Sunday, and there are charges that the president manipulated the accounts to make her government's economic performance appear better than it was ahead of her election campaign 2 years ago. Rousseff denies the charges. And that's the news this evening. For more, you can log on to our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good evening.